No one's won more in college basketball in the history of the game than Coach Krzyzewski. He really needs no introduction. And I'm so grateful that, Coach, you're able to spend some time with us here on 24 Hours Nothing But Net. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. I've obviously I've loved our friendship and have enjoyed the all the work we've done together. So it's always been at the highest level. So thank you.
I mean, it's an incredible compliment to me that you call us friends, because I feel the same way about you and your family and what you've meant to college basketball. You know, I'm just a kid that grew up on Tobacco Road wanting to do this basketball thing for the rest of my life. You did the same thing. You grew up in Chicago doing the same thing. And I got to spend some time with you sharing your story on the rise, which was really incredible bucket list opportunity.
Thank you. It was a lot of fun. You guys did a great job with it.
Coach, you have a unique and interesting relationship with my son, Frankie, and it stems from inviting us to practice one day and you giving him a ball. And then we were able to introduce you a little bit to the Clemson Life program because he's a graduate of that. You know, what's your impressions of when you think about Frankie and what he's been able to accomplish?
Well, Frankie has a few things that I would like to see in every player that I coached. They would all be better if they had his enthusiasm. There's not a time that I've been with him where he has not been enthusiastic. He's easy to talk to. He communicates and he shows that he has deep feelings. He's a very deep person, enthusiastic and happy. All right. Other than that, he's really a horrible kid. You know, and he's willing to work and he wants to get better. You know, that's the descript. What I just said, if every player did that, they'd all get better. They would all get better, and they would enjoy the journey of getting better, because they would want to be on the journey and wouldn't be forced to be on the journey. And so he's terrific. He's terrific, and I love seeing the relationship the two of you have.
Well, thank you. It's 25 years of incredible work and joy, and I believe we've been chosen for this responsibility and this platform that the good Lord has given us to share with families like ours, and you're helping us do that. So thank you for that.
Yeah, well, you guys have done it well, and seems like you're very proud of it and happy, and there's still a long journey ahead. As a result of doing it so well for so long, it opens up ideas and goals that you wouldn't have if you didn't have the journey that you've had up to now. And that a lot of people don't understand. Yeah, keep going, man, and keep building on the good stuff that you've done up to now, and see the results of that. And it gives you confidence that there's more out there.
You know, Coach, one of the things that when you have a child with special needs is you always want to put them in a position to succeed, right? But just like with your players, but you also know that failure is a part of everyone's journey. So just because you have special needs doesn't mean that you don't experience the emotion of failing or making a mistake and learning from it. I think that's a misconception in our population that, you know, you deal with a lot of guys that are used to coming in at the highest level, and then you put them in such rigorous positions to be able to fail so they can succeed. And I'm wondering where you learned that from.
Well, I learned that mostly at West Point, but also from my parents. You know, that they're in order to learn something new, you're not going to look good learning it, or else you would have already known it. Mm-hmm. And so part of the process of becoming better is a certain amount of failure, not at the end, but getting knocked back while you're achieving something new. At West Point, we called it failure is not our destination. It's just a little bit part of the journey. And during that time, if you're being coached or parented, and this is not alive and well as much as it should be, people should be held accountable. Like, you didn't do that right. Here's how you can do it. Like, if, when he was in school, I'm sure if he got a B or a C, you didn't go into the teacher and say he should have gotten an A. Because if I'm the teacher, I would say, I didn't take the test. Frankie did. That's what he got. He got a C. Now I can help him get an A, but we won't be able to get an A unless we recognize how he got that C and that he got it. He was responsible for it. Because here's the cool thing. When you finally achieve it, that's your grade too. It's not anyone else's. And you worked hard to get it. And it's called a process of improvement. And and you do it different with every kid and every team, and how you communicate that. You still have to hold them accountable for it.
Coach, I've been in your office, so I know what an incredible museum it is to your basketball legacy, all the things that you've accomplished. But there's a part of your office that I found to be really unique and interesting, and that is the nuns, the people that write you letters, the conversations that you have, the pictures behind your desk that are your part of your daily prayers. Really, really interesting. And I happen to know this woman named Marge from Millbrook, who wrote you a letter. She's, I think, 93 years old.
She is now, yeah. And Marge wrote me, and I actually, I got thousands of letters, but some of them were handwritten, whatever. And I called a number of people, and I called Marge, and I said, Marge, this is Coach K. And she said, this is a trick. But it's not a trick. And I said, I just read your letter and saw your picture, and you made me feel good. And she said, Coach, you've made me feel good for 40 years. And I started getting a tear in my eye, and we wrote each other. So this is a cool story. This past Saturday, we had a Mother's Day ball, which our 12th annual Mother's Day ball, 500 people, and it raises money for Emily Krzyzewski Center, a nonprofit, helps about 2,000 kids a year in our area. And as a surprise, Marge's son works in the Triangle area. We didn't know that. He drove up to New York, and Marge was at the event. And I met her during the photo lines. And I actually, because I knew she was going to be there, I bought her a corsage and spent time with her. And then during my remarks during the event, I had her stand and be recognized. And it was, it's the full circle of actually putting a human being, not just a letter or a phone call. And what a great thing. What a great thing.
I have a little 6 degrees of separation from Marge because I actually happen to know the family, and they are a wonderful family. And I heard about the story. I happened to be in the first and second round covering for CBS in Albany, and Marge lives in Millbrook, which it wasn't far. And she tried to get down to the floor. I missed seeing her, but I know that she's a huge fan of yours, and
she's terrific.
Amazing.
Yeah, she's terrific. And all those, like if any person who has achieved a certain level of success in any walk of life develops somewhat of a platform from which they can do other things besides the thing that got them the platform. And to me, that's something all of us should do. We're able to do it with a lot of people because, the publicity and everything that you get from what we've been fortunate enough to accomplish.
Well, Coach, you have taken that responsibility and held yourself accountable to making other people's lives better. It's quite unique that as you said, you've built your platform through basketball, but
Right.
you're so generous with your time. It's an incredible gift that you have.
Thank you.
Thank you for
It's,
sharing it with so many.
yeah, that it's the old thing, to whom much is given, much is expected. And I've been given a lot. I've been a very, very lucky person to be surrounded by the talent, love, and support from players, family here at Duke, the people at Duke, and you don't get there alone. You don't get there. You got to be around. You have to be with really good people.
Well, and thankfully, you're taking your platform to the NBA now. We're very excited about your new opportunity. It's great for basketball, and it's a unique position, and it's a unique setting for you. Not necessarily really unique for you because you've coached so many Olympians and so many NBA guys. But how's it going? I mean, like, what was the decision to make? What went into the decision to do this?
Yeah, it's more of really kind of a volunteer role as an advisor. It's not about having a salary or whatever. It's just traveling. I want to stay involved at the highest level of basketball, and the NBA is the highest level. And so to be on Zooms with their office, some of the officials in their office on a monthly basis, to attend general manager meetings, stuff like that. When I love the game, I want to keep contributing to the game, and they do it at the highest level. It's very difficult to continue to do it at the collegiate level because there are no avenues to do that. There really is no structure of leadership or whatever, and so it was frustrating for me when I coached for over 40 years, and it still remains frustrating for me. So, but the stuff I'll be doing with the NBA will be very interesting, and hopefully I can be of help to them. They're the best organization in the world, and I know them, and hopefully I can contribute in some way.
Oh, without a doubt, Coach. There's no question. And I'm not going to take you down that path of the NCAA and the leadership situation and where college basketball is, because we don't want to talk about that here. We're talking about some good stuff. We're talking about shooting free throws in the driveway in our 5th year, getting closer to $1 million. I know as an Army captain, you will appreciate this, that I'm going to persevere through the broken finger that I suffered in my training. But I am not letting it be an excuse or hold me back. I'm still expecting to complete the task and to hope raise a lot of awareness and some money for Special Olympics.
Yeah. You're not lefty, are you?
No, thankfully my guide hand just I can keep the bullet.
Hey, no excuses. It's just your darn guide hand. Like, for anyone who's listening, who's around when she's doing it, don't let her make excuses or start holding that guide hand and say, man, this is tough, but I don't want to hear any of that stuff.
I won't. I promise I won't.
None of that.
So life with your dog and your family, everything good?
Yeah, we got their lab people, and we got a gift at our final banquet 15 months ago, 8-pound, 8-week silver lab. And they already named it from our players and our family coach. And he's 15 months old now, and he weighs 85 pounds. And I really like him. We have a lot of land, and how he runs and jumps, and most of the time listens. And but he's become a good friend. I love dogs, and I missed my last dog, the yellow lab, Blue was my buddy. And there was dog pet owners will understand, there's a void, they become part of your family, and now Coach is there, and that's a good thing.
Well, Coach, you're a part of our 24 Hours Nothing But Net family, and I couldn't be more grateful for your time. And welcome back. You came last year, and you're really helping us make a difference in many people's lives as we use this live stream platform to try to tell the story of Special Olympic athletes and try to create some awareness. So thank you.
Well, yeah, you're welcome. It's an honor to do it. And, you know, again, you're using sport, yeah, it's amazing how we can use sport to do other things, and this is a very unique way of doing it, and it's obviously proven to be a lot of fun and very successful. So the best of luck. Hopefully it's the best season, best fifth year. We can have the best. The fifth year is going to be the best and set a new standard for it.